Oh, God in heaven. Ooh. What's up, Jackie? How about banned you 9 times? Let's find out. That was a delusional fuck. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing great. Taking a break from TikTok. Looking at no conspiracies today. The weather is fine. I don't know why you're happy about me still like struggling because of y'all's bullshit. Yeah, black band delete these weirdos. That's all I'm gonna do. Yeah, God didn't have a hand in this. This is all wickedness. Anyways, block band deleted. Sorry, bud. Oh yeah, I'm having a great day. I've just been looking at TikTok and need to take a break and looking at a bunch of conspiracy theories and. I mean, I got a strong mind and everything. I just don't want to overload it with a bunch of shit. You know, it's a bunch of like human meat and the hamburgers, McDonald's, a bunch of shit on the Jeffrey Epstein files. You know, other like weird little theories and shit going on. You know, allegedly Kai Centra's over there like trying to have a Thanksgiving or something, and then Kevin Hart's like mocking everybody praying and all that, so. Yeah, you know what I mean? I was starting to see a lot of that, and it's going on for a couple hours now, and it's like, yeah, I need to take a break. Let me go stream and talk to people. Before I drive myself up a wall. Finding other nuances about these fucking weirdos. Good God. Oh. Caught my leg. I'd have to go to a different store to get a case. The store I usually go to don't have it. I don't exactly want to drink a whole case tonight. Trying to cut back and quit myself. Running out of cows, I guess. We're running out of cows. Got the shakes? No. I'm just tired more than anything today. Feeling like shit after I ate that gas station pizza. Should have just went to the store. I got this protein bowl I got. Very much. Oh my God, my fucking nose running. I can fucking breathe. No, I'm not cutting my hair. My hair's back in a ponytail right now. Your block being deleted. Well, I can breathe again. My nose is starting to clog up. No, I don't need to be doing an AA meeting. Anyways, block, ban, delete. Yeah, no, I'm a monetized YouTuber. Anyways, block, ban, deleted. Just gotta get through y'all's bullshit. Because it's pretty strange for there to be 2.2 billion people on YouTube and, like, no one's donating. So, and then, I mean, even through, like, the basic donation on through my YouTube, let alone, like, Cash App and PayPal. Well, I mean, I'm not, like, demanding it. It's just, you know, off of basic numbers, like, no, there's something really weird going on. What are you donating to? My well-being. How about that? You want block, ban, deleted merch or not? I don't care, Ethan. Cash App, I guess, if you got it. No, I get that, Bernie. I should be like, no, I should have been out of homelessness like 6 months ago with, like, doing merch and stuff now and everything else I'm doing. It's just I'm being constrained and throttled and everything because I'm not, like, seeking sponsorships and all this other crap. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna let people control what I can and can't say. You know, if people controlled what I can or can't say, I couldn't sit here and try to make people aware of my special forces unit that was murdered. I feel like you're trolling me. Or it's lagging, one of the two. Because I didn't get it. What, for having your PayPal and shit up there? I've seen people do it all the time. Ready to be drafted? No, I'm not serving under a pedophile. Sorry, bud. Yeah, I'm ready to be drafted to the Second Amendment right group, ready to overthrow the U.S. government. Yeah, I'll jump into that willfully. We're getting accountability for the Jeffrey Epstein files, that's for damn sure. No, I say my special forces just because I'm a tax-paying United States of American citizen and I do want to be president of the United States of America. So I do say my special forces unit. And then I'm the only one to report them dead in the last 7 years. No one else has said shit. So, my special forces unit. Because no one else gave a damn about them. Like, bro, I'll get a sentinel to come beat the shit out of you today. Kick you square in the nuts. Nope, they'll walk like that up to you too, and it's going to be a fucking falcon kick to the balls or ovaries. CIA confirmed, drafted till 45 now. If Trump can, I can. No, I don't want to rape little children. I don't want to live on this planet. No, you're getting blocked. That's just inappropriate. Oh, God in heaven. That's sick. Oh, God. I can and will be president. It's not anytime soon. I'm going to be 35. I'm only 32 right now. Anyways, I'm going to put you in timeout. Actually, I'm just going to block, man, delete your ass. Get your worthless ass out of here. Choice on being drafted. Well, that was phrased. God, no. That looked wrong. Sounds like we're talking about accountability for the Jeffrey Epstein files. What would I do different than Trump? Like, bro, besides get rid of the illegals, I'd be arresting the Bloods, the Crips, Hells Angels, Mafia, Ku Klux Klan, besides MS-13, Latin Kings, and the cartels in the United States of America. I'd immediately release the Jeffrey Epstein files and have, like, an immediate FBI investigation and, like, trials and everything. And then I'm going to go mess with the taxes and make the rich pay their fair fucking share and close all the tax loopholes. I'm dying within a week. When I become president, I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna piss everybody off. Dude, you're on the USS Gerald Ford and you're on your cell phone talking to me. Dude, you shouldn't even have your phone on the ship. What do you mean? Yeah, I know Trump's a fucking chomo. I'm trying to start a civil war almost for protest to stop that ground invasion. It's hard to convince everybody when I've been getting demonetized, cancel culture, and smear campaign and everything else. So I don't exactly have like a solid foundation anymore. Yeah, I got 17,000 subscribers, but 90% of them fucking hate my guts now. No, I saw this prayer and someone in my family died today. Fuck that guy. Yeah, I'd last less than a week. I'd be assassinated. And at a certain point, I would have fulfilled my role because you would have started to see the shadows sticking their heads out and seeing where they really are. By that point in time in that week, no, you'd see everyone's true colors. The damn Muslims need to go. Well, it's not all the Muslims. The radicalists need to go for sure. Yeah, that's the plan. Besides protesting for the release of like the Jeffrey Epstein files and accountability. You can't exactly fund a war when you just lost like $10 trillion that week. Or after that 30 days of like boats, trains, planes, trucks, and farmers all protesting. A Faraday box? Yeah, but it's YouTube, dog. Yes, maybe some of them, not all of them. Yeah, the radicalists can go. Other than that, that person's just gonna do that. Like, no, they claim to be a trans female. They went through the whole operation, dude. She looks like Scarlett Johansson or some shit. You wouldn't even know. And, like, she don't even have a dick there anymore. Like, no, it's gone. Thoughts on NATO? They just kind of need to stay out and maintain the peace and through this international turmoil. It's already bad enough with Russia. And, like, Lord forbid, like, any escalation with China and Taiwan over here. Or within the Indo-Pacific region. Did I serve? No. Even if I did, I'm not going to tell you. Burn, loot, murder. Pretty much. They didn't give a fuck about those laws. Turban. Alright. Yeah, that's a little too much. NATO's nothing without the United States of America? That's false. Is America a big part of it? Yes. But, like, you got to realize a lot of our technological advances come from NATO. Like, sure, yes, we have a lot in our GDP, but it's through NATO scientists we're even able to do half the shit we're able to do. NATO's been making massive leaps in innovation and everything else, and they're really sleeping on themselves. Again, having the USA backing and, like, funding, I'm not saying it's not important, but at the same time, you're, like, too reliant on the United States of America. That's why NATO's nothing without the USA. No, all your equipment's synced to, like, U.S. satellites and all this other shit. You know what I mean? It's not like you're pumping out satellites and putting them up into space right now and working on your own satellite communication systems. Let alone your own missile defense system that you produce domestically. No, you're having to import shit from us, and that goes off of, like, a partisan, like, feeling. No, you don't want to, like, you know, with the situation in Iran, you don't want to help me too bad. I don't want to sell you these F-35s anymore. Or the Patriot missiles, you know what I mean? They'll be petty like that. Versus having your own shit. But again, when you build your own shit, you start messing with the Department of Defense industry and the whole like arms trade, and you start stepping on America's toes when America wants to be the number one fucking arms dealer, making all the money. I mean, yeah, sure, I'm camping, but I'm really homeless. Say no to digital ID. Yeah, it's called parental controls and like remote access, like an administrator tool. To like really make sure your kids aren't going anywhere that you ain't supposed to be, and you can literally see what they're doing and what they're looking at through like a remote administrator tool. Like, no, and you literally send them a text. I see what, like, who the fuck is that? You know what I mean? And track their phone and GPS and everything else if you really want to like take care of your own kids. At a certain point, it falls on the parents because companies do give you these tools, but the parents never implement them. That's the problem. I mean, a little bit, Bernie. There's a lot you can do within 6 months to a year and really change things. Besides reverse engineer shit at a certain point. I'm hanging in there. It was like when Ukraine was struggling for like an ICBM type thing, or a ballistic missile, not really ICBM. And like they kind of had one, but it was a torpedo. And it was just like, fucking take the parts out of that shit and reverse engineer it to turn it into a ballistic missile. Problem solved. There you go. Albeit that's easier said than done. Neuralink at 666 numbers. I'm not surprised. Nah, I don't care. They're not helping with it, Bond White. It's for a greater cause for them to not get involved. If you've ever seen Freddy Got Fingered, I saw bits and pieces of it, but I was like, this movie's lame. I'm gonna go like watch, like I'm gonna go play video games. Well, I went back to playing like Battlefield or like League of Legends or something at the time, or WoW. If I made enough to eat today, no. I mean, I've ate today, don't get me wrong, but to like put back what I spent, no. No, I know Patriot missiles are air defenses. No, we're not going to World War III. We're kind of talking about Iran right now, and then NATO. Because you got to realize within NATO and the EU as itself, there is a way to build your defense industry and still like work with your allies a little bit. Because what was it? I think the UK is like teaming with Germany, or was France with Germany there to develop the new, like their sixth generation fighter. Okay, I don't do meth, but all right. Oh, I appreciate the $5. No, I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I didn't vote for anybody. Yeah, it's distractions from the Jeffrey Epstein list. Long story short. Yeah, they'll get released if I can get the planes, trains, boats, trucks, and farmers to protest. Well, you got to pay attention to your elections, Charlie. What am I drinking? The new spring design, a can of Pepsi. Need political atheists? I think our world's ran by political atheists. At least you're in the U.S. No, the mark of the beast is from Exodus 13:16, bro. I'll go ahead and tell you that now. Well, because they're not doing anything. Canada really can't get involved in this shit. Oh my God, with a brokey little dick engine, for the love of God. I hope you, like, your engine explodes. I don't exactly need you to get in a wreck, but, like, damn. Like, didn't even go anywhere making all that racket. Barely even made it a quarter of a mile. Like, good God. Okay, you're like too focused on Neuralink. Anyways, block ban deleted. What's my story? It's in the description of the video because it takes like 5 minutes to explain all that. And if I have to talk about Officer Gunner and yelling at him to get his ass to the way station because it's been closed for over a year, until I made a Facebook post about it being closed, like, bro, I'm gonna go insane. I'm about to call up the fucking highway patrol and be like, bro, you want to make a short for me real quick? Can we reenact this scene? So these people stop asking me this dumb fucking question. Like, Jesus Christ. Furbies? God, no. It's like the Labobos now. Do I believe in Bigfoot? Yeah, Bigfoot's real. Bigfoot's a cryptid of the woods, bro. Is Bigfoot gonna be in the city in these woods? Fuck no. Why is it lagging? There it goes. I said, what the fuck? Oh, there goes somebody else. Revving their little dick engine in the background. Going nowhere. What am I doing? Growing my monetized stream, becoming more financially independent. Oh. Yeah, I've seen an extraterrestrial. Bro, you want to get an idea what they look like? They're a little bit bigger. I want to say that's a smaller one at the time, and it's still growing. If you ever seen that Russian footage of a dead extraterrestrial out in the snow, that little fucking little body, and then being like that light brown tan color. No, they look exactly fucking like that. That was real. I'll be honest with you, that's what I saw, but the one I saw was a little bit bigger. It wasn't that small. None. I'm pursuing the job I'm at as a monetized YouTuber. Anyways, block ban deleted. Question is, how many job applications did you fill out today? Because you're 7 years late, so my special forces is going to get murdered. Anyways. I got places to be and faces to see. Fuck you. I proved my relevance. You proved your irrelevance. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna sit here every day fucking throwing that in fucking military's face. But, you know, you want to be fucking ignorant, yeah, I'll hit you with it. But me like having it on a screencast, on a live cast, I want to take a break from doing that. Because again, you make me feel like the fucking Saving Private Ryan saying, no, the entire goddamn airborne's right walking by, and you got all these dog tags. Just, like, it seems really disrespectful. But at the same time, I'm trying to, like, get people, like, make people aware. I have a crooked mouth. Yeah, I had extra teeth that messed with my pronunciation and my S's and X's. Instead of my tongue doing a U shape when you're supposed to say an S at like the back of your two front teeth here, no, mine's like flat. That's why my fucking mouth goes off to Narnia. Was I in the army? No. I'm a legitimate 100% civilian, but even if I was in the military, I would not tell you. At no point would that benefit me, you, or anybody, but only my ego. It's a small world. Again, I can go land in 193 countries within 24 hours. If I start fucking around with the SR-71, like, no, I can get where I need to be in like 5 minutes. Like, I'm not too worried about it. I don't have a Venmo. All I have is a PayPal and a Cash App. And then the YouTube donate, bro. I don't have Venmo or Zelle or any of that dumb shit. And like, I've seen like a legitimate mothership in the sky with my dad and my brother, my oldest brother. Like, literally, if we were to launch a nuke at it, no, you'd tickle that fucking thing. Move to what? Your first message is move to. I'm not moved to where. I'm not moving from Alamance County, North Carolina. I've been here my whole life. I'm not going anywhere. What interests do I have? Politics. But, you know, I'm into gaming, entertainment, guns, movie, fashion, food, religion. Pray all the time. Because I'm not leaving Alamance County, North Carolina. I'm not leaving, no. I'm in a honey spot, bro. 2 hours that way, I got mountains. 2 hours that way, I got the beach. 30 minutes less that way and that way, I'm in deep country. I'm right in a honey spot. I'm good. Do I have a BB gun? No. Have I ever played World of Warcraft? Yes, I played World of Warcraft. I played Rogue, Druid, and I played Rogue, Warlock, and then Druid. I got tired of being DPS and taking it forever to find like raids, so like I went Druid. So if they need a tank, I'm a tank. And they need a healer, I'm a healer. And if I want to do DPS, I can either be a caster or melee. You know what I mean? No, I'm outside in the woods in my tent. Thoughts on Black Lives Matter? It never was really about Black Lives Matter. It was about give me your fucking money. Because they act like they care. Durham and Raleigh will help me. Yeah, that's cool and all, but I don't want to be around other homeless people. They got to get addictions and stuff like that and bad habits. You farmed gold and sold it back in the day? I got you. I had that happen recovering one of my characters one time. No, like a gold farmer had it. I got it back. It had like 6,000 gold on it. No, I didn't go to the No Kings demonstration. I was heavy into PvP on World of Warcraft more than I was like PvE. Thoughts on Thomas Johnson as governor? I don't know enough about him, but if they support Trump or whatever, now fuck them. I'm gonna get him out of there. I'm dealing like Brandon's dumbass these days. It's not Cooper anymore. Out here in North Carolina. Yeah, just chilling. Just been keeping up to date on shit and what's going on the internet. Watching how I'm shifting the internet throughout social media, to be honest with you. And just sitting here like, wow, look how much these people changed since I've went live. I'll be honest with you. And like, they've been talking. You know, people are starting to look at their food more. You know, they're becoming more aware. You know, they're a little bit, like some people are still interested in the Jeffrey Epstein files and shit like that. You know, it's become a lot more exposing the truth than rather than like the CIA, FBI psyop. I still see that in there, in the mix, but giving you a peek outside, dude. What is so goddamn important about seeing what's out here? Look, I'm outside. My fucking A-frame tarp tent shelter. Like, dude. you're like delusional. Yes, I'm living in a tent in the woods. I'm homeless. How do I get food? Oh, I'm a plant. I just photosynthesize, and when it rains, I absorb it through my roots. I'm like a reptile. I just absorb it through my skin. I'm serious. I mean, how else do you think I get food and water, bud? Come on now. Use your brain. Critical think, please. I know you probably weren't taught that in school before you graduated and everything. Critical thinking. Come on, bud. I appreciate the $4.99. Thank you. The legendary... Who's that? I don't want to be promoting someone else's channel. I don't know who that is. So, I'm just going to delete that message. Bro, I might actually get a whole chicken tomorrow with like 4 vegetables. Albeit I might do like rice with some veggies. Yeah, same. Look, I'm not trying to say everyone's a bad person, but you know, you put yourself in a situation that you kind of can't get yourself out of and you could have avoided. You know what I mean? Especially when you get surrounded by people that, like, you know, imagine being on a stream right now around, like, a bunch of ex-addicts or, like, current addicts. Yeah, thanks for the $50 donation. Oh, thanks for the $20 donation. Yeah, I'm about to get robbed. Matt was never seen again the minute he stepped into a shelter. So I hide out here by myself. I got a carpenter ant nest right outside my tent. Again, I'd pan the camera over there, but I gotta pick up a bunch of fucking trash. And it's really maybe like a bag or two, like a literal food, like a Food Line bag of trash. Or like plastic bag of trash. No, I'm not giving up. Never gonna give up, bro. Last time I checked, Jesus didn't stop walking with his cross. How do I survive? Through Jesus Christ, God, and the Holy Spirit, one sacred Bible, period. Me, well, if the minute all this demonetization and everything else stops and I go back to like regular donos on my channel and everything, I can go back to saving money and be the fuck out of homelessness because I've kind of got my ad revenue back. Like, a lot of my videos are not getting demonetized anymore, so I'm getting ad revenue. And, like, the week I've been back, I think I've almost made, like, $20 from, like, ad revenue already. So, like, I'm making kind of decent money from my ad revenue on top of, like, the little donations I was getting. You know, $2, $5, $10, you know, after, like, 30 days from, like, 100 different people, that adds up, you know what I mean? Albeit it's only $2 or $1 or $5. No, I haven't found I'm not looking for, like, dude, I mean, I was making jokes about that, but I'm seriously, like, I'm not gay anymore, dog. Oh, I appreciate the $2, thank you. No, I'm not gay, actually. Sorry. That's been made well aware to me in many of the dreams I've had, like, over, like, the course of several, like, bit of time here. Oh, I appreciate the $4.99. Thank you. No, I'm in Alamance County. The mountains are 2 hours that way. So if I'm running into a bear or a mountain lions haven't been seen in this area where I'm at since like the early 1990s. And then a black bear, I did have one in the area at one point, but it pissed off. And I'm not gonna have to like repeat myself. No, I'm not. Anyways, I wasn't really bragging about that. I was just talking about that. But okay. But yeah, Sultan, that's kind of the plan, though. Or I would have been out of homelessness about 6 months ago by now. Be honest with you, and I'd probably be like on the steps of like merch, and having money saved up, being able to pay my rent, and like aiming towards merch right now. Right now, I'm just growing my monetized stream, like, and then like the international. I'm like more of a political podcaster. I talk about anything, but like just growing my channel and becoming more financially independent. Long story short, not when it gets hotter. Like when it gets hotter, I'm planning on breaking the tent down and like just laying on the ground. I'm taking a bunch of like red pepper flakes and sriracha sauce and all this shit and like just putting it around my tarp on the outside. So that way a snake don't come slithering up. All it's going to taste is hot sauce and heat and spice and like, ugh. You know, I do smoke cigarettes, so I'll taste smoke too and not want to get near it, but at the same time to help make everything go away. It's a little bit opposite in summertime. Like you can lay directly on the ground. Yeah, you want the damn ground to take your body heat away. You know what I mean? Take it all. Winter, no, you want to conserve that, of course. I'm going to block ban delete you because apparently you didn't hear anything I just said. Again, I earn money through ad revenue, let alone donations on my YouTube. Like if you saw an ad before you saw this live, I'm getting paid for it. Because a lot of my videos these days are not getting demonetized and I'm actually getting ad revenue. And I haven't been getting ad revenue for almost over a year now. Which has really been hurting me because the ad revenue can be anywhere, like especially now, it could be anywhere over the month, can be anywhere from like an extra $100, $200. And then I got to earn back all, like, I got to, like, rebuild all my viewers because I was banned for 2 weeks. I went from, like, 400K viewers a month to 200K again. Yes, I was getting fined. I was getting by fine until I was getting... I was getting by fine until I was getting canceled all throughout last year. So I'm just going to block, ban, delete you because these are two trolls and I'm not about to get gaslighted and getting angry because I've had to repeat myself, like, over 5 times. I answered myself in previous questions, so like I'm just gonna save myself a headache. Oh, you ended up here because I'm the greatest streamer around. I need an actual physical address to donate plasma. I have a P.O. box, yes, but I need a physical address. Already tried. Especially when I was like blocked and deleted back in like November. Because that was way before I had food stamps and everything else, and I was like really dipping into the money I had saved up. From like the end of October when I got banned, and then like when I got rebanned in like the beginning of November, like no, that financially broke me. And then it was like all my videos were getting demonetized anyways, and I was making no ad revenue. Like no, that's where it fucking... But like these days, no, I'm starting to get my ad revenue back, and I'm making, I'm sure I could be making a lot more ad revenue, but there's some demonetization and people not realizing I'm really back yet, and you know, some people tuning into the wrong streams and shit like that. Oh, I'm typically getting banned, albeit they will never come out and directly admit it. I'm getting banned because, like, every time I've been banned, it's because of the Jeffrey Epstein files. Like, when I got banned in the end of October, I was literally helping my mother move from my brother's house. Because he kicked her out and all this shit. But, like, when I was in the process of helping her move, I saw I got banned on YouTube. I didn't get done helping her move and everything moved until, like, 9, 10 o'clock at night. That's when I got back out here and was like able to sit down, and the first thing I see was them discussing the Jeffrey Epstein list and then refusing to vote somebody in to vote on it. So they could actually vote on it in the release of it. I got banned then. And then the same thing happened on November 7th. They were pushing on the Jeffrey Epstein files again. I've literally been banned for 2 weeks because I was laying down on the camera and I was allegedly cyberbullying people. I was laying down on camera, I wasn't even saying anything. I just woke up and was laying there just kind of looking at the camera, waiting for like people to come in and talk to them. And then I got banned for 20, I was third party streaming 28 days with Sandra Bullock, not the zombie movie. And then I got blocked, banned, deleted, but Bill Clinton testified on the Jeffrey Epstein files, and then Iran was attacked that day too. Yeah. Like, I've literally had somebody impersonating me on YouTube, had it screenshotted with them impersonating me and changing their account name and everything back to something else. But I got banned for calling them, like, retarded. And they were impersonating me, being very defamatory and everything else. And, like, a Google higher-up, like, it was like, oh, there's nothing wrong there. And it's like, no. That's where, like, the beginning of my breach of contract lawsuit started with Google. Like, the minute I actually get money, I'm suing them for, like, a fucking $1 billion and, like, ownership of the fucking website. Because at no point do you sit there as an administrator on Google, allow somebody to impersonate a dead veteran and then spam the hard R word. And that dead veteran be my dad. And I have every individual letter to the hard R blocked. And again, in my house, the way we were raised in my house, no, you couldn't say that shit. Like, not only my mom didn't like that word and you have to worry about the flip-flop, no, you don't have to worry about daddy's backhand. Blah! No, don't you ever say that again. Don't you ever say that again. Like, no. Now, if you wanted to find out if you're alone in the house, yeah, you could say that when you were by yourself. Because if not, even, like, you know, you'd find out someone was home. They'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I'd go, like, running off and smoke weed and shit, you know what I mean? I'd make sure I was really home alone. Because I knew that was, like, a major trigger word for them. You know, I was paranoid. Like, maybe they come home early or, like, they, like, really never left. So it's just like, bleep! No, that's what I just got to keep doing. I just got to keep grinding. I just got to keep grinding. And slowly but surely, the Jeffrey Epstein files are getting released. We're going to have accountability for them all. And then I'll find some YouTuber that wanted to feature me or something, or be featured on my stream. I don't know who the fuck it may or may not be. But at that point, I'll feel a lot more comfortable, like, sitting down in your podcast area a little bit. Not like, you know, are they or aren't they? No, well, I'm not in the files, bro. Anyways. Black man delete you. Yeah, I know. It was just bullshit reasons for them to ban me. You gotta realize, like, my growth rate, no. If they didn't censor me the way they did and boot me out the algorithm, no. Quite literally, I'd be up there with Mr. Beast right now. I wouldn't have replaced 400 million people yet and got 400 million subscribers, but no, I'd be, like, right up in the top 10 for sure. You got to realize, me going from like 5,000 subscribers to 10,000 subscribers was like a blink in an eye. And then going from 10,000 to pretty much almost 17,000 was within another blink of an eye. Like, that was in a month. I was gaining like 300% of whatever my subscriber rate was, or like 500% every other month. So, like, no, theoretically, if it stayed that way before they did what they did, no, I'd be like in the top 10 of YouTubers. Seriously. Like, albeit I've been streaming for about 45 minutes, like, no, I would have already had, like, 80,000 people come through this stream if this was, like, back in April and May of last year. That's where I popped off, and then they hit me hard in the algorithm and, like, really started, like, smear campaigning, cancel culture, and gaslighting my stream. Hardcore, then. Other than that, I done popped off. We go into space right now, and we, like, gonna go past the planets and shit. You know, on your right, there's that top YouTuber. On your left, there's that one. We're on the ship right here and still going to number one, baby. It goes. It's another day. Name's Matt, though. I know I can do a mean Chris Farley impression. My name is Matt Foley, and I'm a motivational speaker. And I live in a tent in Alamance County, North Carolina. Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug. What in the hell kind of operation are they running here? I pat it, I stroke it, and then I can't do that noise because it's the chair and the table making that squeak with him, like, ripping up the biscuit. That's a naughty pat. You're naughty. Oh my God, I killed it. I mean, you can get a good look at a T-bone by sticking your head up the bull's ass. I'd rather take the butcher's word for it. Yeah, I don't live anywhere near Zebulon. Why the fuck I'm getting a weather update for all the way the fuck out, wherever the fuck that is? Bro, I'm in Alamance County, North Carolina. What in the actual fuck? What a burden to humanity. You are a burden that's trying to get Black Man deleted, so you have all your comments deleted where you show your complete incompetence. You ever go look up the original raid footage to the al-Baghdadi raid yet and realize you're missing the special forces unit's dead? Oh no, report you? I could report you if I wanted to. Let's block ban delete you. Like, shouldn't there be more important things you should be doing right now, like helping getting the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files and like getting accountability for the murder special forces unit? Is your really your only priority today is sit on your ass and try to like bother me? It's just sad at this point. Oh, wow, you only fix vehicles? Wow, congratulations. You fix vehicles so they can go get diabetes or go get in a car wreck today. Congratulations, or cheated on their husbands or partners. Congratulations. I tried to get the full release of the Jeffrey Epstein files and accountability for it. I just need the truckers, planes, trains, boats, and farmers all to protest with people like me and people that work at Walmart, McDonald's, and all that. Never mind get accountability for our special forces unit, or my special forces unit that was murdered before they got al-Baghdadi, the ISIS leader. Yeah, no, the houses are built together with plywood, bro. The houses are shit. Tropical depression come through and destroy your house or wash it away. You're doing a pretty piss poor job, to be honest with you. Next. Let me go to Asheville after Halloween and see how good of a job you did. What's the difference between Muhammad and Epstein? No idea. I don't know enough about Muhammad. I don't read other religions to seek God, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, Most Sacred Bible. Weird carpenters should stop building buildings. No, some of y'all just have a job out of pity. And you shouldn't have a construction license. They both like little kids. I mean, yeah, sure. Anyways. This ain't denying anything I've said so far. While you've over here rambled about incoherent, worthless shit. And made inappropriate jokes. Yeah, I defend the people of Iran for sure. You're not going to have a regime change by attacking the same people you want to rebel against the regime you're trying to change. It's not how it works. And then you're going to kill their children or their family and radicalize them to the Iranian regime you're trying to change, and you're never going to change it. You had peace. The only reason you attacked Iran was to cover up the Jeffrey Epstein files. Stop denying that fact. When you kill 103, like over 100 kids with an airstrike and double tap it, homie, you're not there for the right cause. Everybody's gangster until the gas prices go up. This is true. I don't defend Muhammad, actually. Again, I believe in God, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, Most Sacred Bible. You're just going to get blocked, banned, deleted, because I don't have time to deal with your, like, childish impotence right now. I'll be honest with you, I'm, like, low-key getting a headache. And you're over here just retorting and regurgitating like Fox News. And their excuse to attack Iran, which was, oh, they've been threatening us for 47 years. And you got your defense analysts and everybody else over there, intelligence community, going, there was no threat posed to us from Iran. Like, no, you're just regurgitating Fox News propaganda slop. Just stop, please. Good God. You don't know what's going on. Don't matter if Iran comes out with white flags, we agree to the terms set. You set. No, as soon as they step their fucking head out, boom, 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 more bomb on them. They were lying. All right, know how that's gonna go. And weren't you like mean before? Let me check your channel activity. Why did I hide you once? Let's find out. But it stops lagging. Holy fuck. You're not gonna lie to me today and say you fixed several cars today. Now for like literally the last 5 hours you've been arguing with me on YouTube in the comment section. Like, no, you ain't been doing shit today. You're a liar. And then saying you were working on houses too? No, liar. Like, trust me, North Korea has been sitting there. America's going to clandestine invade me one day. No, that was looking like a bunch of bullshit until you did what you did in Venezuela and Iran. Like, homie, you're lucky you just didn't start attacking South Korea. Because I hope you understand you would have just got 1 million people killed within 24 hours. The amount of artillery that's pointed at South Korea, the minute they start launching shit, no, estimated within 24 hours, 1 million people dead. Like, if you've ever played Mercenaries, it's like that mission. No, the minute that shelling starts, no, there'll be like 30,000 people dead within like the first 5 minutes. Yes, I get that, but you don't exactly lead with nuclear weapons. No one does. It's a defense and a deterrent. It really is. No, we're not safe. I just don't want to get it. Like, if I was around certain people and there was ways that the conversation could not be heard, so people would know, because I don't want to give people ideas, but no, there are ways to really fuck America up that they're really not thinking about because they're in the bubble of like, we're America, we're too hard to penetrate and like invade. No, there's ways to really hurt America from the inside out. I'll be honest with you. Like, I hope you understand, under the Aircraft Sabotage Act, right? The militia, let alone the military, cannot even shoot down that drone. And the military can only shoot it down when it poses a threat. And by the time you realize that it poses a threat to you in the base, it's too late. It's at its target blowing up. Because if you shoot it down, no, you're going to face felony charges. It's the dumbest shit. I've been like yelling at the top of my lungs for them to fucking like amend that shit in some way, shape, or form. And like, not and then getting into the militia, your hands are tied completely no matter what. Like, no, you can't shoot that down. How can you distinguish it between the other ones? Good luck. From Under Oath. I've never heard of that band. But I really, honest to God, like, China can be a problem if you want to make them a problem. Other than that, I don't see China really being a problem. I'll be honest with you. I think they're more like, if anything, they're more like Russia with Ukraine. Like, no, their eyes on the prize of Taiwan. They can give a fuck about the rest. Because a lot of people are like, oh, there's a military chain, and they forget about the freedom of navigation. No, I can send my entire Navy out like they've been doing in all the military exercises. Cut Taiwan off, and the minute they cut Taiwan off, no, they just fucking mag dump on it. Like, who's really responding to that? Like, who's like, oh, yep, we're actually getting involved. You know, talk is cheap. Yeah, I have no idea who that is. I'm not going to Google it. It'll lag my stream. No, I don't have a doppelganger anyways. I got sliced up shoulders. No one can beat me. No, I don't look exactly like him. You're about to get block ban deleted. Like, homie, you're going to put respect on my name. I'm just going to go ahead and block ban delete you now. It's like saying all bald people look like Sean Ryan, bro. Like, come on. Shut up. But no, they don't. Wars really don't make people money. It's the illusion of money. No, war makes people turn kind of more into like the sick shit you're seeing through the Jeffrey Epstein files with like the child jerky and human meat in your McDonald's and, you know, cabin in the woods type shit. You know, oh, I got 50 grand that fuck private dies. They're over there bidding on your death and shit. And then they'll sit there and be like, you know, like the shooter almost, you know what I mean? They're behind enemy lines they're not supposed to be there, cut it off. You know, they get in those fucked up situations. They're like, I got 50 grand on their death. Not saying all of them are like that, but like, you know, when you get into the shadow administration, I'm sure. I mean, for Christ's sake, these people all meet together around a fucking owl god, bro, and we're in a country that says, in God we trust. And God bless the USA, you know what I mean? But they all go around and gather around an owl god. No other God shall come out your mouth but God, Jesus Christ, Lord, everyone say goodbye. Yeah, men die in the battlefield because of people like your dumbass with your dumbass attitude. Again, you're not listening. That wouldn't be happening right now if you would get the trucks, planes, trains, farmers, and boats to protest, along with someone like yourself and all my fellow neighbors and like employees in my town. This wouldn't be happening right now, but you don't want to listen. You don't even realize our special forces unit is dead before they got out Baghdadi. And homie, I called the FBI and told them. That's the goddamn FBI, bro. Like, yes, there's other people who can handle like shit legally in America's military because it's a little bit separate from like civilian. But at the same time, it's the federal government. They handle federal investigations, and you are a government personnel. Yes, they do the investigation on you. Please understand the jurisdiction of the FBI. Like, homie, when the president fucks up, who's there? The FBI, not NCIS, albeit NCIS may be there, but they get shut down by the FBI. It's not mental, it's called go look it up. Like, people fail to understand that when I spam that. No, I've called the FBI about it. And they ain't the only people I've, like, called and made a tip about. Don't get me started on Etika and him streaming the dark web. That's where he died. He Leroy Jenkins into the dark web on a live. No, homie found child porn, drugs, where you could get fake citizenship, fraudulent US dollars. Even made a joke. I'm surprised Trump ain't even shut this shit down. Then found an assassin website. Sure, can some of these places be an FBI honey trap just to like entrap people and catch people? Yes. No, but you start going into something that's not the regular internet. Literally called him up. No, homeboy Leroy Jenkins into the dark web. Because if you listen to his mantra at the beginning of his suicide video, no bitch blanks, no snitch blanks. I broke my own rules. That's the first thing he says before he starts streaming the dark web. You know, he's over there. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Like, listen, you know, he's trying to give himself pep talk. You know, he's like, listen, Jasmine, listen. If you ain't a bitch, if you're a bitch, do the Tor browser. If not, just click connect. You know, no bitch blanks, no snitch blanks. But everyone else is over here. We don't know why he did what he did. Bro, me seeing this in the first 5 minutes. And no, I already know what happened. No, you just, like, it's like literally like end of watch. No, you just tugged on the tail of a snake. And it's going to bite you. Ask Hillary. No, I delete bullshit. Who's cooler, Bigfoot or Mothman? I'd say Bigfoot's probably cooler. I feel Mothman's more of probably somewhere in the demon hierarchy of like Satan somewhere. Bigfoot, I feel, is just like a weird curator of the woods. I really do. It's like a weird, one of those weird primates, you know what I mean? And it's just a primate that's evolved through Darwinism to survive. Because you got to realize there's like different species of like big, like apes that are pretty much like Bigfoot, but like they're like loosely recognized. And you got to realize how intelligent actually chimpanzees and like baboons and orangutans and like gorillas actually are. I mean, I'm not saying you can't get fucked up and killed by a Bigfoot, but like you had to, again, like if you're out in the woods and you see a tree, the tree's up, like, you know, this is the top of the tree too with the knife. I would get a stick. Oh, there's a stick there. Let me deal with a stick. The knife ain't gonna make no sense. At least this looks more like a tree. Again. If you see, there we go, perfect, that's how I did it. If you're in the woods and literally you see a tree broken like this at a high up angle, and I mean like clear snapped, it wasn't like snow load, like something came up to it and snapped it, and you're up at this tree, and you look left and right of this tree, whether the tree's bent this way or that way, and you look left or right, and you can see another tree bent like this in a line, don't cross that line, stay away. Because I'm pretty sure while you've been out in the woods anyways, around, like before you even got to here, you've had like shit thrown at you a little bit, like a squirrel's up in the tree or something, throwing something at you. No, that's Bigfoot throwing pebbles at you, literally. I've had it happen when I've been way out in the cut. No, like I was out hiding in the woods and I've had shit throw like little pebbles at me before. Well, unfortunately, the way it looks, like, you know, that's kind of the way it is for women, because we're going back to the Etika live stream. No, he found, like, slave girls for hire type shit. Like, homie, no, he found it all, so to speak. And, like, legitimately streamed it all in front of his entire audience. You can literally read in the chat, rip, rip, rip. No, Etika, run, like, get out of there. But yeah, politicians do shut people up. They don't like me talking. Because, like, no, I'll go into the supernatural stuff. There's shit that goes bump out in the night, for sure. But like, it's not like you're gonna see it every day. You got to go to like really secluded areas. It's not time yet. You think you could have Bigfoot with a good slingshot? Yeah, but you're never gonna get close enough to Bigfoot. Did you get them with a slingshot? And why? Bro, why? Like, look, I ain't trying to give anyone any ideas, but bro, I'm like Mr. Beast. I can tell 400 million people you're a piece of shit. They'll just actively destroy your life because I just called you a piece of shit. What, Bigfoot? I feel they're like neutral. I feel they're literally a part of nature. I feel like it's a primate. More than anything, just trying to coexist, and it's over there having to deal with like Mothman, Wendigos, and Skinwalkers, and all that bullshit. Bigfoot should be protected. Like, I'll be honest with you, if I run into a Bigfoot, of all things in the woods, I'm really not that worried about it. Like, will I be uncomfortable in the sense of like, yes, I'm seeing something that's kind of breaking my brain because it's like, you know, a cryptozoology creature that's actually real, and no one's gonna believe me even if I record it. They'll be like, it's AI or fake. Like, no. Of all things I could run into, that the more uncomfortable fear is gonna come from the fact of like, oh, it's real and I'm actually seeing it. That's it. You know, you pulling out a gun and shooting it's the worst thing you could do. Because if you don't kill it, and even if you kill it, you're going to piss off the rest of its primate family. You know, it's like when a great white, dies in the water from like an orca, and the odor it puts out, and it scares off all the other sharks. You know, if you shoot a Bigfoot and kill it and it's over there screaming, trust me, its family knows. And trust me, they'll remember your scent. Because you gotta like start from like the beginning, and good luck. Because, you know, even if you pull up in a car like 300 miles out into like the ruralest era ever, no, they heard you coming like 50 miles away. Like, you know what I mean? It's nature, bro. It's like your dog out there that can smell you and hear you, but it's not a dog. It's a primate. No, because unfortunately I can't say they're all good, because unfortunately there's footage a kid got. I can't find it on the internet anymore. There was footage of a kid that allegedly saw a Bigfoot in the back of his school. Well, he went to go investigate it one night, and the Bigfoot was laying down, and eventually it gets up and runs at him. And like, homie, I'm no like video expert, but that looks real. Like, I mean, you could see the salivation of its mouth and everything. I don't think that kid made it, but that footage was around on the internet for just a bit and long enough. Can you befriend one? I'm not too sure about that. If I've seen Mothman, no, but I've seen something with a red eye that's like can stand 7 feet behind a tree. While I'm yelling at a deer at full fucking decibel. I don't know how many of y'all are new viewers or how many people that have been in here before. You know how loud I can yell. No, I'm yelling at that decibel at this deer, and it's not running off into the woods. No, it has stopped in its tracks. It's turned around and looking at me. And like, I'm over here recording with a flashlight, and I don't even realize there's something in the woods 7 feet up that's got a red eye. I ended up finding that out later when I looked at the footage later. Mermaids, they're real. Again, once you start getting into like a human consciousness and intellect, bro, how hard do you think it's to avoid you? And then you're talking about a species you've not like had on a lab table. And if you did, it's dead. You know what I mean? You might be able to reanimate it, but you ain't gonna know everything about it and all its senses. Yeah, I've seen demons. I want to say I've tracked the Jersey Devil, but it was out in North Carolina. Because again, like, albeit going down the cryptid supernatural type talk, like I'll dive down this rabbit hole. I love it. But with paranormal activity caught on camera, right? Where you got the cryptozoologist, the anthropologist, the video expert, the audio expert, and all these other people that are viewing this content that's coming through and going, I wouldn't get near that. Like, that's not fake, you know, I wouldn't get near that. You know, allegedly it's not fake, but anyways. My dumb ass heard, let me take this out in the woods at, like, the witching hour and go use it in the woods. You know, if I want to hunt deer, what do? I use antlers and clack them and a grunt call to call in a deer or another buck to bow. You know, I'm not cheating with a feeder. Like, no. You'll call in, that's how you hunt deer. So, like, I would assume you'd do the same thing to call in another thing of this species. I don't know if it's, like, warning them or, like, trying to call one in, looking for a buddy. But, like, no, I would use those audio calls. And unfortunately, I mainly used the ones that were from Maddie Ann, because she was in Burlington, North Carolina. Albeit someone tried to disprove her as it being a bullfrog, I think she really got bought off and told to shut the fuck up. Long story short. Oh, yeah, no, I just follow Jesus myself. Like, at this point in time, this is way before I even read the Bible from cover to cover yet. Like, no. I should have just gave that shit to Jesus and left it the fuck alone, but I wanted to go fuck around, find out, like, I'm Mr. Billy Badass. Let's go hunt demons today. But yeah, I'd go out and do those audio calls with that. And like, no, I followed some tracks and I like came to a river that I had to jump over, and whatever this thing I was tracking just stepped over. Any other piece of nature would have had to have jumped over it too, even a dog. Wasn't like anything touched the water and like made the snow go away from like water driplets hitting the snow. Like, no. And then at this time, this is like the late November, like before like early December and everything, before COVID. And like late December, early January. What do I think of Mothman? I'm not too sure, bro. I don't think Mothman can fly. I think Mothman is more of like one of those imps running around. Like, look, albeit I know a lot of this can be CGI, but a lot of shit gets censored because, no, somebody was out in the woods and they ran into a lot of red eyes out in the woods. And, like, there's some footage you can see with people out camping. And there's that thing with, like, red eyes that, like, chases them and jumps in the water. Like they're getting in the kayak and shit. You know, they're like, where's Tom? Tom! You know what I mean? Like, no, when you see that thing and slow it down, that looks kind of like an imp, bro. Because it gets right near the cameraman, but the cameraman, I guess, goes off this way and, like, dips as the thing runs by that way with the camera when you see the angle and, like, slow it down frame by frame. My hair is blonde. You're getting black band deleted? Yeah, you're getting black band deleted. And then befriending a Bigfoot or any of this is kind of like, no. You kind of like sell your soul to the devil a little bit. That starts turning like druidism and the necromancy and everything else. Sure, you're getting everything you want right now, but when you die, you're not going to enjoy what happens to you. I dabbled down that road. I'll never go back. Like, nope. Jesus Christ is king, bro. I've been saved. I'm not perfect. I'm human, but the dumb shit I used to do back in the day, nah, I'm good. I'm not cutting myself anymore and all that other shit. Pass. Yeah, but it's been like over 32 years I've been alive. So, like, yeah, bro, I saw Bigfoot last night and extraterrestrials and the mothership in the last week. Like, no, no. It's very spaced out and very sporadic. But yeah, I've seen a lot of shit for sure. And this is being homeless and not homeless at the same time. Homie, you gotta realize I've teleported before. You don't get that yet. And I was driving a car. Like, I'm trying to think of a way to explain it, like, in a way that it makes sense. Because, like, I don't know, like, I came to a T-stop. And the road I'm going to turn on, I've driven on this road forever. I know the road, what it is, where it leads to. When I turned onto this road, no, I ended up somewhere else. I like, the immediate second I turned, like, no, it was like, this is not the road I'm supposed to be on. And, like, there's no other way I could have been anywhere else. Oh, this really wasn't in the woods. This is while I was driving a car, and I did have a house at the time before I became homeless. This was June 9th, 2022, about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Like, off of, like, Saddle Club going on to Lebanon Road, T-stop. No, when I turned onto Lebanon, no, I wasn't on Lebanon. I was somewhere else. No. And then, like, I drove around this place. I didn't know where the fuck I was at when I should be on Lebanon Road. And then, no. Came to another stop, turned again, and then I ended up somewhere I was 30 minutes ago. It'd be like if you have a garage. You were in your garage, right? You go to your bedroom, and then you leave your bedroom and go to the kitchen, and when you come back, like, out of the doorway of the kitchen, going back to your bedroom, you, like, teleport to your garage. In, like, simple man terms. Or, like, you teleported outside the front of your house before you even walked in and went to your garage. Like, you went through the front door and you went through the side door to get to your garage or whatever. But when you walk back through your bedroom door, you end up back outside your house. What am I smoking? A vape right now. No, but this happened June 9th. Like about 9:30 at night, 10 o'clock. Because ironically enough, I was going to go look at inspect a abandoned, like, haunted house. Like, we were throwing trash away one day out in this area, and then, like, she, like, pointed that house out and said it was really haunted, and I was going to go see it. But on the way to go out there, my mom wanted chicken nuggets, and then I turned around. And mind you, but like on the way of me turning around, I ran into a deer. And like, no, literally called it out. I was like, you're a fucking skinwalker. Because that thing should have ran across the road. No, I keep running into deer that like want to like stare me down. I'm being dead ass serious. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. But I don't fuck with it these days. Let's give it to Jesus Christ and like, and it's gone. I don't have to worry about it. And there's a spliff. At least you have weed. I mean, but when I've been out in the woods, like weird shit, I don't know. It doesn't come around these days often. Thank Lord Jesus Christ, they don't come around these days. Like, no, it'd be around the witching hour too, because I check my phone when it wake me up and everything. Cause it'd be annoying as fuck. Me, I'm from Alamance County, North Carolina. Born and raised, been here my whole life. But no, this thing would come in and it sounds like a fox, coyote, possible deer screech, and then like cougar. My drug of choice, I guess cigarettes, alcohol, and weed if I had to pick. But yeah, it would make racket, it'd wake me up, and then I'd pray to Jesus Christ and God and the Holy Spirit once I say Bible, and it'd stop making racket, mind you. But the minute I'd start praying like internally or like telepathically, like no, the thing would start making noise again. But I'm praying to God, Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, once I say Bible to make it go away, but it makes racket the whole way the fuck out. And it'll go away. You know what I mean? And when I yell at it, it runs to me. I don't know of a skittish coyote or fox like really running towards me. Gingerbread man. Not the gumdrop buttons. No, you can beat it. Anyways, Pop Band deleted. Dogman. I mean, that's just a werewolf, bro. Homie, do you really think somebody that's been alive for like, since the 1100s and like possibly longer is as barbaric as other, more human than the human? Like, I ain't trying to get you to like go befriend like more or less possible demons, but like, you know what I mean? They're cursed to immortality. If you want to dive down that rabbit hole of aluminum foil, you know what I mean? That's like talking about zombies. Are they 28 days later zombies? Or are they just like regular Hollywood zombies where they're over there? Or are they over there fucking, like, Usain Bolting your ass down? You know what I mean? Benefits 401k, okay, whatever that is, Block Pan deleted. What is this? Oh, shit, someone gave me $10. I just never got that bip-a-boop. What is this person babbling on about over there? getting hits from the wrong. Okay. Do this. How have I been? Oh, same old shit, different day, bro. You know, the standard trials and tribulations. Dealing with smear campaign, cancel culture, and gaslighting on my name. Same old, same old. What's up, baby girl? Keep making that beehive. I got a little fuzzy honeybee out here making a beehive. I'd be able to have fresh honey when I want it. They'll give me some milk, some butter. Look at me, I'm a copy Lost Boys. I got honey butter. I don't abuse women. You should take your own advice. Homie, I'd rather go be gay and get fucked in the ass. I'll be honest with you. Before I ever beat or rape a woman. Shut the fuck up. We're not gonna sit here and play fucking like Miss Princess. You stupid piece of shit! Take out the trash! It's time to get the fuck up! Bitch! Remember last night, asshole? My voice is cracking. Like, no. What did you say? Over here microanalyzing my life. Now you sitting on your ass all goddamn day, waiting to fucking talk shit about me. Like the loser you are. Like, good God. He's a worthless piece of shit that needs to burn in hell. Or excuse me, he needs to be arrested for his pedophilia and like murder in my special forces unit. That's what I think of him. And we should not be at war with Iran. No, I'm over here just trying to de-stress from all the shit I've digested from TikTok and just the depression and like feeling more like Elron, bro, looking at Islador like, bro, I need the planes, trains, boats, farmers, and truckers to protest, along with people working at McDonald's or Walmart or like wherever. Like, are you telling me right now you would rather not spend the next 7 to 30 days really just hanging the fuck out, drinking beer, chilling out, smoking weed or cigarettes, and demanding accountability for the Jeffrey Epstein files? Like, your landlord's out there too. You don't got to worry about paying rent. Like, no, we all want accountability. Like, even Rockstar, like, you know, once this movement starts, you got to realize you got to weed the FBI and CIA out. But at the same time, no, there's going to be funding from billionaires. Like, no, I do not like this. Just like people being in the military right now getting stuck in a war that they don't need to be in because they're trying to cover it up. That's what it is. I don't give a fuck what CIA, propaganda, fucking FBI slop they want to use to justify why they attacked Iran. No, we had peace. And again, you cannot kill somebody during a peace deal. At no point, if you say, yes, I want to meet with you for peace, can I pull out a gun and shoot you and be like, aha, I win, and then run away. Like, it don't work that way. Yeah, here's the difference. See, like, we're past, like, look, I know a lot of the protests don't work. Some people are like, oh, well, the No Kings protests, look at them. Yeah, because you're not fucking with their money yet. You gotta get the boats, the planes, the trains, farmers, and trucks to protest. Like, no, they don't go into port. Albeit they're right near port and, like, can get food. I mean, you know, they can send the recovery craft or, like, the escape craft. Just drop the ladder. No, go to the store and come back. If not, go bother the farmer. You know what I mean? He's got to protect the farmer. There's your food. Never ending. Well, that's how you do it peacefully. Look, legally speaking, so you do not get, oh, they incited a riot. It got a bunch of people killed. No, this is a bunch of people just stop going to work, because I've seen too many TikTok videos where people are like, is this the point where I stop going to work? And it's like, yes. Yes. You will not like what happens in the next 6 months to a year if you let this go on. It'll get bad. Dude, everyone's corrupt, long story short, but the way the USA is, like, no, it is incredibly corrupt. No, I'm not a pedophile. Anyways, you got me confused for somebody out in Rhode Island. You're blocked and deleted. Anyways. Again, I've been in Alamance County, North Carolina my entire life. I ain't been out of the state, so sorry, bud. That's like your 50th account I've banned. And this has been going on for over a year. So that's either major projection and you want libel and slander and defamation charges, or like you're aiding and abetting in something more fucked up than what it really is. So that's like your final warning on that one. They told me, if you make me have to go bother the military, let alone like my former classmates that I haven't talked to in over, like, well over a decade, almost 2 decades now, over some dumb shit like that, like, homie, you're not gonna like what's gonna happen. Because trust me, I'm gonna continue my monetized YouTube and everything else, and like, no, I'll be financially set off. Like, I could be at a point where I'm actually able to help my community, besides like having myself set up and my family and everything else by now. But like, no. But I'll take this day by day. It's fine. You want to keep playing? You want to play stupid games? You're gonna want a stupid prize. Yeah, but Shane, there's just too much bullshit that's happened. Like, think of Black Lives Matter and everything else. Because look, realistically, Black Lives Matter, the No Kings, and everything else. You got to fuck with their money. You got to realize when the boats, the trains, planes, truckers, and farmers all stop. Farmers kind of keep going. We got to make them keep going and like help them to keep going and protect them to keep going. So we have food. Because you know when the trucks stop within 3 days, your grocery store is going empty, and these people are bleeding trillions of dollars. I've never heard of the band Simply Red. I'll be honest with you. The weather's fine out here. No, Canada did try to take me when I was a kid, bro. I had 2 older women trying to fly me out there when I was 12 years old. Well, look, you do this for 7 to 30 days. If America, after bleeding $30 trillion and all this shit, does not want to give up, like, no, we're going back home, so to speak, and we're getting our Second Amendment right, and we're taking this place back. There's no choice. Happen 6 months to a year later after that. If you don't do that, we're in trouble. I'm drinking the new spring can design of Pepsi right now. Because you got to realize there's billionaires that are not a part of the Jeffrey Epstein files, and they don't. What in the absolute fuck? Thank God that message didn't go through. Your block ban deleted, though. I'm not even going to acknowledge it. But yeah, you got to realize there's billionaires that are not involved in that. Sure, yes, there's tens of thousands of files, but there's 380 million people in the United States of America. It's not everyone. This is a very small part of the machine that's trying to act like it's a massive part. It's not replaceable. And it's really replaceable. Yes, if you do what I tell you to do, yes, they'll be released. I'm giving you the fucking Islador. Cast it into the fire. Like, if I got a Spider-Man talk to you. Jesus Christ. Send you more money. I don't know who you are. I don't have money to send. Sorry, bud. What have you done for me? I really don't have money to send, though. I really don't. I'm like going on my last leg here a little bit. If I had money to send, I'd send it, but I don't. Yeah, a lot of countries are corrupt, bro. You don't get it like with like other things I do as president. By the way, like, no, I'm gonna stop doing business with people if your marriage age ain't over 18 years or older. Like, outside of releasing the Jeffrey Epstein, like if I was elected president right now, no, I'd fully release all the Jeffrey Epstein files and hold everyone accountable and have the FBI investigation into every single person, have trials, like immediately. First thing I'm doing. Then I'm fucking with the taxes, making the rich pay their fair share, and closing a lot of tax loopholes. Like, at a certain point, you acquiring so much debt becomes malicious debt. And like premeditated, like tax evasion. Like, no, you can't have $1.2 billion in debt. And then besides getting rid of illegals, and I mean illegals, I'm not talking about Bambi in the fucking headlights. That's legitimately got a concern because, when Putin's picking his nose, Xi Jinping's sleeping and all this through a U.S. intelligence gathering capabilities. Like, no. I'd be getting rid of all the illegals, terrorists, and all these other people, along with the Bloods, Crips, Mafia, Hells Angels, Ku Klux Klan, of course, MS-13, Gang Disciples, Mongols, cartels. No, clean streets. Clean streets. I'll be damned if I'm letting El Salvador show up. No, because when I show up at any, United Nations meeting, because, I want to be president, I'll be damned if I'm letting El Salvador be over there, be the only person to clean their own fucking country out. I'll be damned. I'll be damned I'm getting shown up by El Salvador as I'm sitting here as a United States of American citizen, let alone president at this point. And then, seriously, I'm cutting all business ties with people that don't make their marriage age with women 18 years or older. I'll embargo that shit. You ain't leaving port. Nothing. I'm a rat. You goddamn right. Give me my cheese. Fuck you. Sorry, I want my children, like other people's children and future generations, to have a normal childhood like I did. Not this societal fucking divisional chaos, anarchy, the fuck it's becoming. Yes, I've seen a lot of that, but you gotta realize this person had body doubles, dog. If he was doing what he was doing and it was taking him that long to get caught, it would be hard because they'd be like, no, he was at the house because he had a body double at his house and he was really off raping a kid right now. No, que pasa? Because, if you look at the files and everything else, they had, a order of code to, deny it. Almost. You can really start diving down the rabbit hole. Even what was released initially with, those connection lists, says enough in itself right there. No, why are you doing business with this person? And then if your name's on that flight log of that plane, we all know why you went there. And, bro, we all got questions. And, yeah, you may or may not be getting thrown in that wood chipper for a pay-per-view event. I just don't want to get that bloodthirsty and sadistic about it. Because the reason I don't feel he's alive, albeit, yes, there's all these reconstructive surgeries and everything else, but in the process of getting to that, no, AI would have caught him. From facial recognition, vocal retinal, and everything else. Let alone basic, genetics. I'm not too tech savvy, but somebody tech savvy would know what I'm talking about. In the essence of, we got dead satellites. No, we got satellites floating up in space right now that are still recording. It's just they're not, in active use like the new satellite we put up there. It's still in orbit. There's so much surveillance footage of Earth. No, you could really track this person. That's not even counting ATM cameras, Ring cameras. How they can't find Guthrie is bullshit. Because everyone in that neighborhood has I guarantee you has a Ring camera or some type of surveillance in that neighborhood. And they can get the fucking plates to that. I've been pushing that for a while, but they won't acknowledge that. And even at the point of them being who they are, they could kind of pay for such said intelligence, like, resources. Albeit it may or may not be through, like, a private military company. I've been pushing that one forever. Like, okay, yeah, they were masked up and all this shit, but is this the only house that has a GoPro, like a Ring camera on it, let alone any type of basic surveillance? Because if she's living there and she's got that type of money, everyone's got surveillance there. Like, where's the other footage? Where's the other footage is the question. And, like, by law, through a search warrant and request, like, no, I can demand that footage from you. Like, hey, you may or may not have evidence that will, like, lead to the, like, retrieval of this person. And you're either aiding and abetting or being, like, willfully blind, and they're both illegal. You can't do that. Because I've seen too many videos of people, like, trying to impersonate him a little bit, and they've all been, like, all different. It's not been, like, consistent. Like, when I scroll through TikTok occasionally, because sometimes I'm on YouTube and I'll just scroll through TikTok sometimes. Like, from what I've seen on TikTok, like, you know, you got that one guy they first saw there driving, like, that convertible. And then it was, like, one guy in a Suburban with that the chick in the car. And then it was, like, another guy standing out in front of a plane. They all look different. Just from, like, immediate first facial glance, no, they all look different. I mean, if you sit there, stare long enough, yeah, they may or may not start to look similar, but they're still different. You see it. There's no way to hide it. And then at a certain point, you really can't change your, like, heartbeat and, like, blood pressure and all that. That's kind of natural, and AI can learn that too, whether you realize that or not. Because you got sensors in your phone and stuff that can kind of pick that up. You can't change that. Yes, you can alter your face, probably wear contacts to change your retinal scan, everything else. And do, like, go through, like, facial reconstruction surgery. But, like, at a certain point, you can't change your heart and your blood pressure. Let alone your DNA. You can lie and commit fraud, but But yeah, there's way too much surveillance footage for him to be alive and someone not catch that. Again, you're sleeping on the Ned Flanders of out of 8.6 billion people that may or may not have the capabilities to do that, and are like a truth seeker and, like, are, like, wanting money a little bit because they need to survive and shit. To be honest with you, but nonetheless, like, Billy Johnson, I'm not too well aware of the story of Billy Johnson. Yeah, not too sure on that one. Kitty. Hey, kitty. Hey, don't walk away. Come here, Puss in Boots. Hey, buddy. Kitty. Again, I don't know who Billy Johnson is. I'm not on like a screencast where I can go to Google and search up this without lagging the stream. This is coming through my camera right now. Ugh, I gotta quit smoking cigarettes, man. I'm just so tired of smoking. Like, who's Billy Johnson? I don't know, bro. Like, you gotta talk to me here. What? Type it in the chat. Like, hello? Pick a winner. No, pick a winner. Hello? Yoo-hoo! Hello? Yes, but unfortunately it sounds stupid. Like, unless you take it by Second Amendment force, so you can enforce it. Like, homie, if you illegally obtain evidence, it's inadmissible in court. I give a fuck about pickle. I'll be honest with you. I'm about to like break my tent down here soon. It would take a couple another months or two, but campsite's gonna change a little bit. It's not that I'm not for it. It's just it's inadmissible in court. That's the problem when you get into the paperwork of that. Do I like honey buns? Yeah, I like honey buns. But it becomes into the paperwork. At no point do I agree like it should not be able to be used, but at the same point, how that fucking system's set up is you need paperwork. Because other than that, it's inadmissible in court. You illegally obtained it. I mean, you got sardines, but the best fish you can eat is definitely salmon. It's high in protein. It's got B12 and omega-3s. You already get vitamin D from the sun. And like vitamin A, B, C, E, K, and I want to say like G are all important. Some of those are like vital, like skin rejuvenation and like blood cells and like a bunch of other shit. It's been a while since I read it. And like if you need vitamin D, you can get it from dandelions, if you didn't realize that. Literally, you just eat the petals or put it in a tea and drink it, and you can get vitamin D. Albeit you always get sunshine, even if there's clouds. You can still get sunburn if there's clouds. You're out in the sun long enough. Vitamin D lately? No, that's just inappropriate. You're getting blocked, banned, deleted. I want vitamin P or vitamin D. Oh. Or the very hated vitamin C. Because she's being a major vitamin C. And I'm going to kick her straight in her vitamin V and P, but she hates vitamin C. Like that olive oil. I really don't cook these days. I really got to clean these pans. I got to get some Coca-Cola. So it'll like eat off all this like soot. Because the soot will get in my food and it'll make everything look black. I ate country ham and like scrambled eggs out of here, and they were kind of gray. I mean, I know it's just ash and soot. It's really not going to do anything to me, but like, you know, if somebody were to see it, it looks off-putting. Bro. I got eggs right here, dog. It's an egg. I don't do over easy and all that. I'll just scramble it. I eat any other egg that ain't scrambled, oh my God, it'll tear my digestive system up. Yeah. Again, with the soot in my pan, though, it's kind of gray now. I don't exactly have like an active water source or like a pond to wash it out in. You blocked again? No. Or you would have got blocked like your messages we got deleted. Unless you retracted them yourself. Bro, you know I announced when you get blocked, banned, deleted. You would see all your messages disappear. And albeit, yes, I blocked, banned, deleted you, then it's still recorded. That all comes in and then you're blocked, banned, deleted. Unfortunately. And fortunately for me. There's a lot of content I'm going to go back and look at. It's just going to make me mad. So. Alamance honker. No, you can't exactly do that. But anyways, it's against noise ordinance. Sorry, bud. Black man deleted. Sorry, bud. That's against noise ordinance. Doesn't matter the time of day or anything if you're a construction crew. Against noise ordinance, you can't do that. A little bit, Jimmy. A little bit. Like, bro, like when you make ribs, you gotta put, like when you put it in there at 225, you gotta leave them in there for like 6-8 hours. Homie, you get a campfire going right and cover those ribs equally, them bitches will be done in like 2 hours. I appreciate the $10 donation, Rev. No, they'll be done in like 2 hours. And I mean literally, like the bone will come flying the fuck out. Done in like 2 hours. And then depending on the wood you do use, if like you got a bunch of cedar, like, no, yeah, that flavor does bake into the meat too. If you allow it. You know, if you seal it up right, no, you really don't get a smoky flavor on it. You might get a char. That's about it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of cedar. I'm a huge fan of cedar. Wow. There they are using my face. With my hair down. Spamming the hard R. I have every individual letter block. Thanks. It's just so pathetic. I'm gonna be honest with you. And depressing at the same time. Worthless piece of shit. I think what they're doing is getting accountability for the Jeffrey Epstein files. They ain't doing shit. But getting in the way and holding up the accountability, because we should all be protesting right now. No, dude, I sleep right next to a carpenter anthill. You know those solid black ants? The little ones and the big ones? Like, no, I'm right near their anthill nest. Any bug that's within near me, I feel sorry that's near me because it's about to get jumped by a fucking anthill. How many pee spots do I have? Bro, I usually piss in a toilet somewhere. There may be an occasional spider, but again, you got to understand, I'm right next to a carpenter anthill nest. Like, no, there'll be carpenter ants running around all my tent. Whatever's in here, I feel sorry for. Like, I can't go disturb their nest because they're so comfortable with me. They're not exactly going to come running out because they know it's me. I don't know how to explain it to you. I don't have to pee outside, but okay. Dude, like, bro, are you like fucking this retarded? Like, no, seriously. For the love of God. I'm right off a carpenter anthill nest. Look, see, is this fucker dragging this bug in? And then this little fucker running around right here. And then this one. No, I'm right here on a nest. Again, they're not all going to come running out because they know it's me. They've been around me this fucking long. I've like developed a symbiotic relationship with the ants. It sounds stupid and weird, but like seriously. Like when the ants come around, I literally boop them. I'll literally put my hand on them. I don't squish them or like try to hurt them, but I touch them. I'm like, boop. Like when you hear me on stream and I'm over here going boop, boop. No, I'm over here booping one of them. I've got like a symbiotic relationship with them. No, whatever bug gets near me, I feel sorry for. It'd be like that worm getting dragged in. As you can see, it doesn't give a fuck about that tortilla shell from the store. Still. Why would I pee? Dude, it's a cart. Dude, y'all about to get blocked and deleted because y'all on some like goddamn like retardation. It's a literal carpenter anthill. You don't understand. They got a new queen. I killed the original queen. Because they were trying to build that shit, like that anthill up under my bed, and I said, oh, hell no. And I kind of killed their queen, and I didn't realize it. And then they kind of like moved over here. Because legitimately, no, they were trying to make an anthill right up under my bed. Especially like all the tropical depressions that was going on at that time and everything else. Like, no, they were trying to make a nest up under my bed. So I had to... But no, I have a symbiotic relationship with the carpenter ants. No, like, so like, I don't really have to deal with ticks too bad out here. Like, sure, a spider may come roaming through, but at the same time, no, that's what it has to deal with. A snake slithers on that nest wrong. No, it's covered in ants. I just hope it ain't George. My racer snake that I hope I find. Because that racer snake will, like, get rid of all the other, like, bad snakes. No, I've been out, like, y'all don't get it. Like, the symbiotic relationship you can actually have with nature out here. Y'all don't get it yet. Y'all are, like, playing way too many games. You gotta realize this nature has been around you for, like, years now. How I use photosynthesis? I don't use photosynthesis. That's just a joke. Especially when people ask me, like, what do you do to eat food and drink water? I mean, what the fuck you think I do? Like, you know there's a water fountain at a restaurant, right? I mean, there's a sink, for Christ's sake. Like, at what point is there not water anywhere? That's right, I'm lost. And then food, yes, you get money while you're out here. I don't know how to explain it. Like, so you can get food. And worst case scenario, you can go steal food. We ain't saying you're stealing $300 worth of product. We're like, bro, you steal a Lunchable or something. Who fucking cares? It's like $3, $5. Oh, well. They probably needed it. Other than that, they gonna die from starvation. Like, how do you think I charge my phone? Like, seriously. An outlet. Durr. You think when I shop at your store every day, I can't use your outlet or something? Or while I'm sitting in there eating food? Choop. Charge. No, I don't know how to use chopsticks. I'll be honest with you. Give me a fork. No, because I can get so much more rice with the fork. And then it's like aerodynamic to like cool down to at the bottom. It's not like a spoon. So if there's actual like sauce or something with it, it's not like hot as fuck, so you can actually just... Like, sure, chopsticks you can get a little bit, but like the fork you get everything. I don't know what you're honking for in the background over there. I mean, there's 16 people in here, but no one's talking. Like, I'm like genuinely confused. Like, hello? What's up? I said hi. Wear pants round, well, you're long round. Bro, I don't give a fuck if it's 110 degrees out here. I'll be out here in this jacket or hoodie. If it ain't this hoodie, it'll be at least the big jacket. So like, I don't get sunburn everywhere. I literally have my hands tucked up in the sleeves and everything. And when my hair's down and all that, it covers up my face. So I can't really get sunburned. But yeah, I keep sweatpants under. Sometimes I'll take my main pants off and like chill out in my sweats that I got here to cool off. Cause no, I am like burning the fuck up. And I know Lord willing I'll be fine, but at the same time I ain't trying to make myself infertile by making it like fucking 900 degrees down there. But yeah, I got my socks tucked into my sweats under this. I usually have 2 pairs of sweats when it's like winter. Y'all just didn't know that. Even though I say it all the time. And then I got this hoodie, a third, like a middle layer jacket, and the big black jacket I have. Albeit at some point that black jacket is going to become like withered, like my green jacket, my original green jacket. I had to buy that one because it was just too many people donated to my stream and it kept seeing me in that green tattered ass jacket. And it was like, bro, I need to get a new jacket. Baby Jesus loves me? No, Jesus Christ loves me. And the Holy Spirit and God. There's no baby Jesus. Jesus is a full-grown adult now, thank you very much. Jesus ain't a baby anymore, but okay, bud. I mean, I kind of have silverware, but I need to make a fire to kind of sterilize it sometimes. I could use a lighter, but I just don't want to, That green Carhartt jacket, yeah, I had it for 3 years. I replaced that shit in late October. Early November. That's when I got banned and shaved and shit. That's where this picture comes from, where when I had my beard. Cause this is when I took that. This is when I got this jacket. It was late October. Early November. Cause just my hair tucked it back in a ponytail with my toboggan on. That's all. But this is when I really got this jacket. Dead ass. No, that's how big my beard used to be. There we go. That's how big my beard used to be. And I got that jacket back in late October. I shaved November 7th. That's why this profile picture was this one. This is from November 7th. And yes, I did ask AI to make my hair longer at a certain point. I wanted to know what it would look like longer. This is what it was when I shaved November 7th. No, that's when I first shaved. Google thought I was a kid when I first shaved. It went from this, mind you, to this. From this to this. From end of October to early November. I was banned for 2 weeks on November 7th. Got banned the 6th, but I shaved the 7th. And I went from that to that. And I just gotten unbanned like 2 weeks later and was talking about my jacket and everything. No, I'm not AI. What the fuck? Who's talking about AI? No, I'm never growing it back that long. You have no idea how annoying it was to eat with a beard that big. Yeah, a little bit, but my hair is just as long to wind block everything. Like, my hair's back in a ponytail right now. I know it's all like, looks weird. I'm not taking it down. It's too hot right now to have it down. I'll be honest with you. Like, I'll grow my beard out, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, like, to the extent it was, no. Because I got a beard that will fully come in everywhere. I'm gonna black band delete you though, because you're calling me AI and then you're not acknowledging when I said I wasn't AI. Yeah, like Google thought I was a kid when I shaved. That's how bad it is. Yeah, they are. Because, like, no bullshit. I'll take it down, but I can put it back up. It's not too bad because, like, the hair will pop out like it does anyways. And I really don't want to waste my water. But, like, no, see, I got all my fucking hair, bro. It's still all there. It's not even wet right now, and it's as long as it was when it was wet. So, it's getting longer. I like it. I know my wife's going to love it. I can't wait till I got my hair playing with my hair or like I'm watching a movie. I'll be honest with you. She's like, oh, look at all this hair. Oh, it's so pretty. But yeah, I got all my hair. My favorite brand of shampoo? I don't know. I just do what they tell me to do. No, like literally, if it's like with Pantene and the conditioner and everything, it says sit there, put this in your hair and let it sit there for 5 minutes. No, I wet my hair, and I'll cut the shower off and sit there for like 5 minutes. So it like soaks in. But other than that, you ain't supposed to shower every day. So I don't really have a favorite shampoo. You're supposed to let your natural oils go in. That's why my hair is like as pretty as it is. And people are like, oh, you look good. Yeah, because I don't shower every day. If you shower every day and you shampoo every day, that's why you have such like thin hair. Me personally, I prefer them separate. Because no, when conditioner's in your hair versus shampoo, conditioner sits around for a minute. You got to rinse that out after you let it sit for like the 5 minutes it tells you to let it sit. And if you want to waste all that water, you can, but you can shut it off. As long as you don't open like the curtain of the shower, it should stay warm in there. So we don't run your water bill up. That's what I'd do. And then you got to sit there and rinse it out because like conditioner will really stick in your hair. You'll get out and like rub your hair and you'll feel like this, like the shampoo in there, but it's conditioner. Because you're supposed to shampoo then conditioner. Because the conditioners, like the oils and shit, kind of replace what you washed out with the shampoo. Yeah, there's 2 in 1, but it's shampoo and conditioner in one. How can it really effectively do what it needs to do when it's like washing at the same time? It's kind of like a washing machine. You know, you put a Tide Pod in, but it's on spin cycle. It's not really getting that Tide Pod to do anything yet. You know what I mean? Sure, at some point it might rinse or something, a few water in there, and then like, no. Versus a actual like wash cycle. Because when I eat food, I can put my hair in a ponytail. I don't got to worry about eating my hair. Versus my beard, and people want to make joke videos about straightening the mustache. But yeah, we'll save that for another day. And then I ain't chewing on my mustache where I'm over here like, There's nothing I could do. It was hanging over in my lip and I was just chewing on it. Bruh. This fucking thing hit. Plus, like with the bugs and stuff with your natural oils in your hair, like, no, it's very hard for a tick to really get in and bite you. I've been more bit on my obliques by a tick than in my actual head. Just due to the natural oils in my hair. Like, no, I can't really grasp and, like, really get through it. It'll get stuck. And then, I don't know, there might be some shit in the water, too, because same time, like, I usually brush my hair every day, every morning. And, like, no, I've brushed out a dead, decaying tick. Like, it, like, decayed down to nothing. And it was pretty much bones at that point. And, like, it's skeletal corpse. Well, I wouldn't say skeletal corpse, but, like, a decayed thing. But it's like, I brush my hair every day. There's no way that thing's been in my hair that long. And it wasn't like, oh, it exploded and it got fat and all that. No, it was, like, small and dead. Like, it was the weirdest shit ever. So there's like some weird shit in the water too, because trust me, I'll use like water from a faucet just to wet my hair. I don't know, maybe a spider bit it, I don't know, and it died. What the fuck if I know? I hear a cardinal, and it's red. It's gotta watch out for the cat. That is gray. Because that would be a bad day. I need my bird getting anybody kitty. That'd be bad. Oh, my birds. Bird. Oh, why is no one talking in the Shit. Hello? E.T. phone home? Anyone home? Anyone home? E.T. phone home? What was a fire weather statement for this place? Bro, I don't know where Zebulon is, but dude, I'm in Alamance County, North Carolina for the trillionth time. Like, dude, how retarded are these people? Born and raised, been here my entire life. Like, holy fucking shit. Oh, we're on the same bullshit. Got it. Yep, there they go. Trump threatens to destroy Iran's desalination plants. Yep, that's going to change the regime. You ain't going to radicalize the people of Iran when you starve them of water. Yeah, that's ingenious. And the government's going to be over there having control and supply over all the water and the humanitarian aid they get from Russia or China. Yep, that's going to really regime change Iran right there and go in America's favor for regime change and really work with the people that want a possible regime change. Yep. Dehydrate them. Kill them, their family, and their elders. Yes, that's going to calm anyone down. That's always worked. That's always worked. I mean this sarcastically. I know there might be somebody here that's new. I mean that absolutely sarcastically. 100%. In no way, shape, or form do I truly mean that. But in the case in point, like, yeah, that's going to work. Now you're going to piss everybody off. Somebody about to get shot in the face. I'm not sure. This all really hinges on the Jeffrey Epstein files. I'll be the fuck honest with you. That's what this all like really hangs off of. And give me 1 second. It's gonna lag. It really hangs off the Jeffrey Epstein files. And then the more I keep putting it with the al-Baghdadi raid in my special forces unit, like, no. I see like a random third party, like politically independent person winning. Whoever like wants to run, runs. I'll be honest with you, if like Elon Musk run, I'd see him being president over everybody. Because other than that, you know, he got kicked out of Doge and he'd still be doing what he was doing and reporting all the fraud. So, you know, he would have found the Somalia shit, but he kind of got kicked out too early. You know, he's over there wanting to buy OnlyFans and shut it the fuck down. So, you know, if I was 35 and I could run and had the money to run, like, bro, I'd have better faith in me winning the next presidential election term. I'll be honest with you. And all I really need is someone that's 35. Like... And I can just advise whoever I need to advise. Like, yeah, we could do this, but that's a bad idea. Oh, it's going to be a fun night. It's full moon. Do. Because the Republicans have done enough fucked up shit with like the lack of accountability with Jeffrey Epstein, albeit Democrats are responsible as well. And they're not even throwing them under the bus with their own. And then me being around on the internet and pushing political independence like I have been, a lot of people have been moving that direction. Because people fail to realize that election hemmed on Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Or like Bobby Kennedy. Because no, he had 13% of the voter base, and whoever he swayed to would have won the election. Try to tell Democrats that with a Campbell there, but they want to go down that path. It's like, bro, just concede and you win the election. You get the 13% of voters. And that was the determining factor. Didn't matter if they all voted red. That would have been the determining factor to the Electoral College. That was just the popular vote. That don't matter. You worried about the popular vote. I mean, Hillary would be president in 2016. God only knows where the fuck we would have ended up today. This Iran issue ain't going away anytime soon. I'll go ahead and tell you that now. Me? The store. No, birds are creatures created by God. Jesus Christ was most like a Bible. Bro, they've been working on drones forever. Not really. Good in the sense to cure my boredom. No. I don't know if one of these fuckers is gonna U-turn on me. Okay. No. Cheetos and zucchini. No. Do. I'm back. Meow. I don't want to cross this. Yeah, it's green. Oh, come on. Whee! Okay. Meow. Whoa! That is a spring to a tire. There's 7 people here. Why is no one talking? I'm bored. Entertain me. Da da da. Papa, blah. Beep boop. Woo! We're in the woods. So scary out here. Ooh, scary. So dark. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ooh, what do I do? How you eat? How you drink? How am I gonna charge my phone? Ooh. gotta sit on the chair and blow my bees high. My honeybee. All right, we're back. Back at the shelter. Oh, that's right. Honey pocket, do you? Do you? All right. Oh, welcome in, guys, too, by the way. I didn't reread your name when I was walking. Oh, God in heaven. I don't know why no one's talking. This is quite boring. Very, very boring.
got some chips. But, alright. Moving on. You'll be okay. Dude, why is no one talking in the chat, bro? This is boring. Like, I'll engage y'all, but y'all don't talk back, and it's just like, okay, well, whatever the fuck this is gonna be.